Thank you all for watching our video on the Town of Lyons Solar Farm Feasibility Project. Our agenda for this presentation consists of introductions and a project overview, as well as a review of the 8 potential sites and the 3 most feasible sites. Next, we'd like to cover public outreach, which was a large portion of this project. And finally, we'd like to conclude it with our recommendations for future work. I'd like to start off by introducing our 6-member student team. We all attend the University of Colorado at Denver and plan on graduating with a Bachelor's of Science in Civil Engineering this May of 2021.
The College of Engineering, Design and Computing of the University of Colorado at Denver has partnered up with the Town of Lyons to provide a feasibility study for a solar farm in the hopes to obtain a grant from the Colorado Department of Local Affairs, DOLA, for community development. The purpose of the feasibility study is to investigate and identify potential sites that have the ability to uphold a solar farm to capture and maximize sun array, and which will be capable to supply 5% of the Town of Lyons' current electrical demand. A rough cost estimate and return of investment will be included in this study, as well as public outreach. The Town of Lyons has committed by the year of 2050 to reduce carbon footprint, hence the feasibility study of solar farm.
A majority part of this project was reviewing the 8 potential sites at the city of Lyons and choosing 2 to concentrate our effort that after evaluate each site to avoid environmental impact construction cause blood risk failure studies such as how much the sun actually it is that certain plot of land and how much area is there that we can get to the 5% solar needs as well as geotechnical concern.
The first of our most feasible sites is the Southwest Dog Park in Bone Park. Pros for this location include that it lies outside the flood region, there is room for potential future expansion, it is far from any residential areas, this site does not require rezoning for the construction of the solar farm, and it has excellent solar access. Cons for the dog park location are that it would be taking roughly 1 acre of land from the currently 10-acre dog park, and that it requires running underground power 2,225 feet. The next most feasible site on our list is also in Bone Park and near the bike park. Pros for this site are that it is currently an unused and secluded parcel of land, has a shorter distance to run power of 1,825 feet, and also has exceptional solar access. Cons for the location near the bike park are that this plot of land requires rezoning for the construction of the solar farm, and that there is no room for potential future expansion. The last of our most feasible sites is the Bone Park parking lot. Pros for this location are that it would add covered parking, it would require running power only 50 feet, and it provides the opportunity to add an agrivoltaic shade garden. Agrivoltaics being the shared land use of agriculture and solar energy. We thought this would be a unique and sustainable feature that Lyons may be able to implement. Cons include the considerably higher cost of construction for a carport, it lies within close proximity to the public, and lies within a low flood risk zone. Cost estimates for these 3 sites were based upon quotes the Town of Lyons received from solar contractors Namaste and RBI. In the table before you, you can see the costs that these quotes did not include and their effects on overall price. Subtotals are prior to the addition of the DOLA grant and investment tax credit from Collective Sun. You can see the reduction in costs after applying these funds. When calculating the return on investment, we considered these factors. Solar panel degradation, this meaning that the panels will drop slightly in efficiency annually, electricity rate escalation, inverter replacement, which will have to occur 15 years after the installation of the solar farm, insuring the solar farm, operation and maintenance costs, and financing over a 20-year period. Return on investments were completed for 25 and 30-year lifespans of the solar farm. Most notable is the negative return on investment and drastic increase in payback period of the parking lot location. If this site were to be considered further, the Town of Lyons would have to consider an additional source of revenue from the solar farm. Paid parking has been mentioned.
In order to determine which of these sites was the most feasible option to house a solar farm of this scope, we decided to use a weighted scoring system. The scoring system took all 3 sites and critiqued them in categories like environmental impact, distance to phase 3 power, solar access, their accessibility to roadways, their ability to expand beyond the current 5% energy limit, viewshed impact, existing land and usage, potential return on investment, and flood risk. Each category was weighted on a 1 through 5 scale based on their level of importance, 1 being least impactful, 5 being most impactful. We then multiplied each weighted category with individual scores we gave to each site. These scores reflected how we felt they performed in each of those categories based on our data, again ranging 1 through 5, with 5 being most impactful. Using the sum of these scores, we were able to acquire an overall feasibility score, which indicated that the bike park location, which scored a 134 feasibility score, was our most feasible site option, followed by the Southwest Dog Park at a score of 110, and finally the Bone Park parking lot location with a score of 95.
For public outreach, we contacted the Redstone Review, which is the monthly newspaper that serves the town of Lyons. In December, an article was published going over the basics of this project for the residents. Then throughout this project, we published 2 more articles going over our progress on the project, as well as informing the public about the upcoming town halls. We also used the Town of Lyons e-blast, which is a notification system to inform the residents of the town halls before they occurred. Our 2 virtual town halls were held on April 1st and April 15th. Both town halls had all 6 team members, as well as 2 town and project experts. And through both of those 2 town hall meetings, a combined 34 citizens attended. Most of the questions were related to cost, details on agrivoltaics, as well as the possibility of future expansion. The results were mostly positive feedback with optimism about the project, and the main concern was the existing parkland.
Our recommendations for future work include engineering services such as geotechnical studies, acquiring professional designs, and environmental impact studies. There is a chance of a needed special election to convert land use from park use to something that will allow for solar panels. The town of Lyons will need to consider this when picking a main site. Once a main site is selected, they can move forward with the grant work and submittal. We as a team truly believe this solar farm has great potential, and we are grateful for the opportunity to work with the town of Lyons and their mission towards sustainability. Thank you so much for watching.